my favorite part of your speech, Drew, was you telling the story when you were with the Chargers and you're in a film room and your coaches basically say to you, how come, you didn't connect with your receiver? And you said, because I couldn't see him. And, obviously you're not 6'5", but you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, and how that moment caused you to replay the moment in your head. You weren't going to use it as an excuse anymore. And the thing that really hit me is one of the guys in the room is the current coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and Brian Schottenheimer. And I'm like, man, I did not know that story. And I really appreciate you sharing that, because it was that really a moment, like an epiphany, a turning point, hinge moment for you in your career, Drew?
1,000%. That 2003 year was a really tough year. I was benched 3 times, and was really trying to find myself as a player and figure out what it was going to take. And I'd never had to go through something like that as an athlete. I'd always been the starter, always been the guy, always been the one with the ball in his hands, that everybody relied on in crunch time. And now all of a sudden I'm being told, hey, you're not good enough right now. You got to go sit on the bench, And so, man, huge shot to the ego. But again, you go one of two ways. You either go in the tank and you let it affect what's going to happen next, or you say, no, you know what? Darn right. Like, I need to get better. I need to improve. And so I'm going to take a look at every aspect of my game, my preparation, my training habits, my sleep habits, my diet, my recovery, everything. I need mentors. I realized that I didn't have exactly, all the people that I needed to help guide me or advise me. And so I developed a lot of mentors, Tom House, Todd Durkin, during that offseason, in order to get to a point where, man, I just not only, physically, mentally, emotionally, but man, my leadership, my assertiveness, just the way that I thought about myself, the way that I was going to conduct every aspect of, myself as a quarterback of that team. I think truly getting to a point where, hey, I'm just not going to make any excuses, right? Like I'm going to find a way. And even if it's a way that, other people don't have to deal with that because they've got different, physical abilities or traits. Like I have to find a way to play this game, to play it well, to play it effectively with, the gifts that God's given me. And so being a shorter quarterback, what do? You throw through lanes, you anticipate. I got to know coverage stone cold. I got to know where people are, even if I can't see them. I got to create my own timing and rhythm, right? That's the job of the defense, is to throw me off a timing rhythm. It's my job to keep myself on rhythm. I tried to address a lot of these things in the speech because I felt like it was probably things that people had never heard or never heard in that way. And I feel like it would be really enlightening for people to know and understand what it's like playing the quarterback position, but certainly, from my perspective.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single weekday on Disney+, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio. And be sure to now check out richeisenshop.com to see all of our latest apparel and accessories so you can rep your love of the show every day.